we're going to talk about 50 Shades of Grey. My name is Danielle Goddard. I'm an English major. These are my brothers. They haven't read the book, so...
And you got Shiva behind the camera.
And yeah, we have the lovely Shiva Augustine, who also read the book. So it's kind of balanced between people who have read it and people who haven't read it. So, yeah. For those of you who, like, don't know anything about the book, you must be living under a rock. But, basically, it's about... It's started out as Twilight fanfic, except...
Did it really?
It did. So.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that either.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God, yeah.
Porno for lonely girls. Characters.
Are they?
No, that's why I said she's 10 times worse.
So what, they just changed them?
Wait,
who's 10 times worse? Kristen Stewart?
No, the character in this book.
Weird. The character in Twilight?
And, like... No, the character in the book that we just read.
Okay,
was like,
okay. I thought you were saying, like...
Okay, so yeah, basically...
Oh my God.
Yes.
It just makes me hate it so much more. I don't know that.
Basically, Christian Grey is supposed to be Edward Cullen, and it's interesting because they describe his like coppery hair a lot. So it's just like,
Jesus
okay.
They describe Edward Cullen too. What I don't get is like how satisfying is it, or like to read about like erotic fiction?
It can be very satisfying. Yeah, done right. Done when you like the characters. Yes.
I mean, just saying. Like, a picture is worth 1,000 words. A video is worth 1,000 pictures. Like, what is 1,000 times 1,000? I don't even know. Like, it's a big number. So 10,000. No.
Okay, we're getting off topic.
1,000 times 1,000 is a million.
It's definitely a million.
It's a million.
Now that we've settled that.
6 zeros.
So it's a right. Gonna major in
not like I'm an accounting major.
So basically, Anna has to interview Christian Grey because her friend works for the school newspaper and is sick, and it's all very contrived. But basically,
she's a klutz.
It's a porno plot.
Pretty much is.
No, I've seen better porno plots, to tell you the truth. I really have. This one...
Basically...
There are no good porno plots.
You know what? You probably just skip right to the middle of it, and you don't really watch the, like, beginning. Because they do. They come in, they're like, oh, what's she doing? Like, they always set it up like that. Yeah. Okay.
Where
go ahead.
do you want me to put it?
That dialogue does come into play later in the book.
We're getting off topic.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Basically, they meet and Christian Grey is immediately like, oh, she's so, like, shy and submissive, she's perfect. And Anna's like, oh my god, he's so hot and he has all this money. And I'm really intimidated by him and he's scary.
Pretty much.
I'm on point so far?
Yes, you are on point.
Okay. So then he, like, offers her a job and she's really uncomfortable and is like, no.
What kind of job?
Who knows?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
He doesn't really ever say anything.
It's not specific or anything. It's not specific. Yeah. It was just like, oh, I like you. Come work for me.
Anyway, he's quite taken with her. And so
for some damn reason.
For some...
No one knows why.
No, she's just...
I don't even know.
I think he has a purity fetish.
But he didn't even know that she was a virgin yet.
But he knew that she was inexperienced.
He did know that, yes, he did. But not as inexperienced as he thought.
Anyway, so they start to have a sexual... he explains that he's into BDSM and he would like her to be his submissive. And I have a huge problem with that. Because...
Wait, not to sound like someone who doesn't know anything, but what's BDSM?
Bondage, domination, sadism, masochism.
There you go, kid. Knows his stuff.
I feel like I knew that, actually, but okay.
So anyway, and then Anna confesses that she's a virgin, so then he's like, oh, shit.
We have to fix that.
Exactly.
And so, they fix that.
And so then he devises this contract. And basically the whole book is basically she's like, should I sign the contract? I don't know.
Exactly.
Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't.
I don't know. I like him. He's hot. But I don't know. He's mysterious. I had no idea. Should I? Maybe I shouldn't.
I don't know.
He has a big dick. What?
Do I like pain? I
I don't know. Can I handle that? I have no idea. I saw his room. I saw his red room. It scared me.
don't know. So yeah, that's basically the book in a nutshell.
Pretty much.
Should we elaborate?
Well, it's not even like the end of the book because there's 2 other books
Yeah.
to go with it.
Oh,
They made
Yeah.
2
Oh.
You didn't know there's 2 books?
Produce 2 more.
2 more, yeah.
They did.
wrong
Well,
with
but
the world?
there's 4 Twilight books, so we should just be thankful that it stopped at 3.
It's what the hell? Like, I don't
Well, how long were the Twilight books?
be, like, a
There were
porno,
4 Twilight
like-
books.
It will be a point.
Yeah, but how long were they? Like, because this one's pretty long. It's 500 pages.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
I did not read 500.
Yeah, it's 500 pages.
Oh God.
Well, Twilight was relatively
You're never
long, but it
getting
wasn't
that time
none of them
back.
were
I'm
500
never getting
pages.
that.
No, that's what I was like, oh my god. I did not know how long it was.
Seriously, that would take me like 3 weeks, and it would just be like.
I read it in like what 3 days.
No, it'd probably take me a week, but
It took me
Okay.
2. Trust me, it will take you longer.
it took me
Okay.
2 weeks,
Yes.
Oh,
And
it took
erotics
me,
usually
like-
take me 2 or 3.
2 days. You mean?
2 days or 3 days. Yeah.
No, it'll take.
I
me
finished those things up
probably a month,
fast.
I just would rather like just. Do
Oh, yeah.
Doing anything else in my life, honestly.
Really?
Rather than read or read.
You need to.
Read erotic fiction.
Yeah, I am going to give you an erotic. Well, not that one because that one's. ugh.
one's-
Yeah, but I will give you an erotic book, and you have to read it.
Just be a movie. Like.
We'll get
And because I really want to know, do guys get stimulated off of books?
We'll get
That's
to the
interesting.
I'm sure they do, but it's just like
It's like
Wow.
1/10 of probably the. As if you were
It's-
watching.
we
it.
live
You
in a
just need an
world with like
imagination.
videos and you learn some stuff. Like if this was the 1700s, like
Right,
sure,
are you
like
saying
get
that
off
like
erotic
people
fiction,
should
but-
read any books now? Is that what you're
Well,
trying to
absolutely
say?
not.
But there's like, if it has a plot, like yeah, read it. But like, if it's just like a narration
Well,
of people
I'm
having
sure.
sex.
Oh, I read one of those. It was pretty hot. It didn't. It had no plot to it whatsoever. It was just sex. But at least I knew about that before I bought
Going
it.
in, exactly,
Yeah. So I knew what I was getting. This book, it tried, but it did not succeed. So
False advertising.
yeah, pretty much. So okay, so let's talk about the writing because I know you want to talk about writing.
The writing was so bad.
Who's it written by?
E.L. James. Yeah, E.L.
I
James.
didn't
It's a
look into
woman.
the woman.
It's a woman.
But
Yeah.
Has she had anything else besides this?
No, because it's a fanfic and it got popular on online that they're like, oh, let's make a book out of it.
Yeah. Basically, the writing was just awful. She shows she doesn't show character traits. She just tells character traits. It's like, oh, Kate's my best friend. She's brave and she's funny and she's this and she's that.
Is
and
it
we're
weird?
Really good friends.
Is it weird? Because she described like Kate's like she's so beautiful and like all this stuff. I'm like, is there
think
gonna be a
it's-
lesbian scene in here?
No, I think it was just supposed to be like Anna's really
I think
insecure
that
about
would-
herself.
That's some interesting.
Yes,
Yeah, I mean, maybe
I
it's-
would.
At least it's a twist. I mean.
Yeah.
It's a huge twist.
Sorry, Christian. I don't swing that way.
That's funny because he has swings in his red room.
Really, the sex rings of it?
Yeah.
There's also like all kinds of.
Sex swings? What the hell's a sex swing?
You never seen a
Sex
sweat?
Yeah.
It's
You need to get
it's like
online
this-
more.
Sorry, I occupy my life with other things except for watching porn.
I'm not saying
How's a
like
sex
porn.
Is it like a swing you have sex on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Someone swings and someone's behind.
Yeah.
There you go.
Alright.
I mean,
Not important.
you know.
Not important.
Like, do the motion, and there's someone behind them.
Okay, I guess yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So basically,
Weird. How the fuck do people come up with this shit? Like,
I mean,
don't
I think
know.
it's like kind of an object that lends itself to a sex act. Personally,
I think it comes like some people just associate pain with like feeling like sexual, and so they take it a step further, getting
why
whipped.
are sex swings painful? What?
No, I think that just goes with bondage, and like people associate bondage with like whips and like stuff like that. It just comes into the dominant thing.
Sex swings aren't like bondage or domination. It's none of it.
No, but you
It's just-
gotta-
It's just kinky.
It's kinky, but you gotta like you are in
What I don't
a
get-
position that you can't get out of.
Oh,
What I don't
really?
get is
oh, you're
this
like
girl's-
locked in.
Yeah, you.
it's not, I mean, it's not like bondage if you can just like get out of it. Like,
it's really no.
Unless you're a magician.
you know what I don't get is like, so this girl's like a virgin and she's like down with all this like crazy king. Just, like, if you're a virgin, like, sex alone should be enough that you don't need to, like, spice it up that much. Like,
well, that's the thing. Like, she really, like, the whole time she's like, oh, I'm aroused, and then later she feels absolutely horrible about it.
Yeah, because that's like, I feel like it's like what you do when you get bored with, like,
women can't be sexual
alone. You know, like
basically.
Maybe that's just my skewed opinion, but like, I just feel like, you know, all that crazy kinky shit is what you do when you get bored of just like normal.
That's very true. But he has like a difficult past. He like, all right, his like.
He comes from a rugged childhood.
Yeah, no,
he did pretty much.
I think I heard that like he like is into this domination shit because like he had a relationship with someone when he was younger and like he was dominated or something.
And he was 15 at the time.
Right out of, like,
but was he like
textbook? Like,
no,
yeah.
In the book, he's like, no, I don't want you to think of it as like she was a rapist. Like she helped me. Like it was consensual. Like because she's like painting the woman he was out with to be this like horrible like child molester, and he was like, slow down.
Yeah,
no.
He like protected her, and basically said he was basically
like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and he was doing his mom's friend.
Yeah,
and like yeah. So, and I was just like, okay.
I mean,
and that's how we got into it.
So
I mean,
really yes, the mom's friend was definitely taking advantage of him, but like he apparently was fine with it.
He's like, it's better than being a crack whore. That's basically what he said. It's because his mom's a crack whore. Yes. It truly is. But while they're having sex, here's the problem. He will not let her touch him on the chest or something. Yeah. And we don't know why.
He will not let her touch him.
Yes.
On the chest. And when he's like, well, obviously they're fucking, so they're touching. But, like, yeah.
In any other way.
It can't be like a...
Like, he's like, he basically... Thing. That's like basically what the, like, bondage is for. So she won't
touch him.
Yeah.
Weird. I don't get it.
Exactly. So we're trying to think, because we haven't read the 2 books after this. What's the reason why he won't let... What?
So then honestly, I don't think we're going to. Unless you guys, like, really want us to.
No, please. You're on your own, Danielle. You're on your own. I could not take this book.
Well,
I got to a point where I was starting to go crazy. I started to thinking my own, like, theories about, like, why he acts the way he acts. And he's a chubby chaser, because he likes to eat. He keeps on making her try to eat. That's like one of his rules. You have to eat.
No, she's not.
No, I swear, in the contract, you have to go to the gym 3 times a week.
Yeah.
I thought it was like
you did.
I didn't read it. No, someone told me about
Thank
it.
God. I was like, what the hell? You know way too much.
I don't think she finished it, but she started it.
Yeah.
Good for her. She made a good choice.
The contract was basically like...
I thought it was like this fucked up, like... You can't be fat, or I won't want to have sex with you.
It was pretty fucked up, but it was basically like you have to go to the gym and you have to eat right and you have to be as physically fit because I'm going to do fucked up things to your body and it has to respond. And you can't just like...
tire out.
Yeah.
You should go to the gym anyway.
Yeah, she does not.
She doesn't.
She didn't even know. That was the funniest part ever. She didn't even know she could touch her ankles. I was just like, really?
I was like, are you a newborn baby?
Did she just like
did you just
box all day? I never drank alcohol.
Oh yeah. I never masturbated.
In a fucking box all day.
I never masturbated. I never got drunk. I'm like, you never masturbated. You're 20. What? 22? 20?
No.
24?
No,
who turns 21 and doesn't drink? I don't.
She's 22.
She's 22.
If you don't like drinking, you at least have.
And then
like,
there's a scene where she
drink.
kills like 5 margaritas and like.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I'm just gonna.
Oh god, that would have been actually really an interesting plot twist.
Wait, what?
Seen that happen.
Wait, what?
She kills 5, and I was like...
And then it was like margaritas.
That would be interesting, though.
Plot twist.
She's a serial killer.
With sexual desire.
But yeah.
Pretty much.
Like, no, the contract also, what's in the contract is like, oh, like, she's gonna go and get waxed a lot. And like,
yeah.
she's gonna be here.
I didn't mind that.
I was like, you know what? If
hey.
you wanna be natural, be natural.
I mean, look at him. He's like, oh, you wouldn't, like, I would...
make a woman or whatever sign a contract saying you have to wax, but like...
I would never make a girl sign a contract about anything, but like, it's like...
for that.
I didn't... rules, I actually didn't mind the rules. For me, it was just like, okay.
Well,
it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. If there was a weight limit, I would have been pissed. But the fact that she just had to exercise, I was like, oh, that's not that bad.
I
that's
think
just
the
being
exercising.
healthy. Like,
Yeah.
It's not saying you can't get fat. It's just saying be
The
healthy.
being
Yeah.
healthy,
Like,
the being healthy didn't
But there's
bother
this
me.
implication that it's like, be skinny and good looking, or I won't want to have sex with you.
I love how we're analyzing this
There's
like
an
it's
implication.
immoral. Like the whole book's just about like the whole thing's immoral. Like
It's sex.
Well, it
Sex
depends on what
isn't
you
like.
mean. But I mean, some things
As
are
long as it's
moral.
I feel like he's like guilt tripping her into the entire thing. Like
Well, that's the thing. Like.
That's really
he
interesting.
does-
I didn't even read this.
Guilt
I'm making all these assumptions. Like
Guilt trip, huh?
He does ease her into it very gently. Like, oh no, like it won't be like horrible at first. Like we can ease into
yeah,
it.
like oh no,
We
it's
can ease
fine,
into
don't
the-
worry about it. Yeah.
We can ease into the fisting.
Yeah.
We can work your way. We can work your way up.
Yeah. So it's like he's like saying it's going to be very gradual, and like they're having all this like what he calls vanilla sex,
Yes.
which is just sex with no crazy shit involved.
Yeah.
So,
Which he doesn't do. He doesn't sleep with women, as in the same
same
bed.
bed.
He never stays. It's not bad, but I don't know. It's just weird.
And then what else doesn't he ever do?
They had a lot of firsts together. I know that.
Oh my god. Anytime they were
What was
like,
that?
"Oh, this is a first for me," I was like, "I'm going to kill you.
Right?
This
Like,
is your last."
he's like, I never had a girlfriend before. I never invited
I never
a girl.
took a girl in my helicopter before. Oh, I never took a girl in my family before.
Yes.
Oh.
I never done all these things. You were my first out of all these, so that makes you special for some reason. I was like, okay. She has a problem. Like, all right, in this book, it was very repetitive. Even the sex started to get repetitive.
Yeah, it was like, "Oh baby, I'm gonna fuck you now. Oh baby."
Yes. Yeah, I hated the baby. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, Anna, baby. Like, it was just like, and then bam, he was done. Like, right after she finished, he would finish right after.
Yeah, and then he would say, "Anna baby."
Yeah, he would even say Anna, baby. Like, it started to become like, choreo.
How did you guys make it through this?
Exactly.
Like I said, I had to drink.
And she had to drink. I had to come up with ideas like Chubby Chaser and like all these different ideas.
Like, come up with the actual like,
I was like, I said that. I'm like, this book probably made a lot of masochists like in
Did you
like
take my beer?
who wanted to kill themselves after they read this.
I mean, like, it's like really far. Yeah.
She says a lot of oh my's, which is really weird. She flushes a lot. Anything that's sexual, she'll flush.
Yes.
She'll just go red.
Or she'll bite her lip.
Oh, she likes to bite her lip all the time. And it was so awkward, though. Sometimes she would just say something and be like, blah, blah, blah. And just go into that pose of, like, biting lip. I was just like...
That's fucking weird.
And he would be like, stop doing that. You know what that makes me...
Makes me want to fuck you.
Yes. Exactly. I'm like, okay.
Ugh. It sounds so terrible.
It is terrible, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And her inner goddess, which is whatever it is. And
We think it's her vagina.
I
I'm
think-
not sure.
it's a vagina of a vagina. I don't know. Because
Her inner goddess is like her sexuality.
libido.
It's like her. Yeah. And also, she frequently referenced her subconscious, like, is yelling at her, and also her inner goddess.
Yeah, I was
being
thinking-
pleased
Yeah,
after sex.
yes. I was just thinking like red devil and angel.
The id and the superego.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Except I was
Except, like, dumbed down.
very
Hell of a
dumbed
lot.
down. Very dumbed down. Okay, so let's talk about blowjobs. Which you guys might like.
That was an interesting segue.
Let's talk about blowjobs.
What about blowjobs?
She was too much of a pro.
She was. It was like her first.
She swallowed. Who swallows it? Okay.
And
Well,
she knew
maybe.
exactly what she was doing.
Personally,
I don't
I
think
just don't
that's that big of a
understand
deal.
swallowing at all.
I don't understand it, but hey. But she
It's
did.
just like, what does it matter? I don't.
It was
get
just. She knew.
She knew exactly how to
what
do it. I'm like, that's a pro for you. The way she said, I'm like, I didn't learn that the first time around.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe she's talked to friends about it or something.
But she hasn't.
No.
Because she's like like you
Innocent.
said, lived in a box all day.
And she never masturbated. She never looked these things up. So it's just like, how did she know how to do this?
Before this, she was like a babe in the woods. Like, she was just... Does that make sense? Do people say that?
I have never heard that before ever.
She was like pure as driven snow. She had like no sexual urges until she met him.
Exactly.
He was like the first guy that she was attracted to.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Well...
Sorry.
I guess that's unrealistic then, I would say. Yeah.
So she's just this like blowjob queen all of a sudden.
Yeah, he's like A+.
Plus.
Yeah, you gave her A+.
And blowjobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems unlikely, especially because he like probably has like really high standards and shit.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Good observation. Mrs. Robinson.
Oh, Mrs. Robinson.
Do you know the reference to Mrs. Robinson?
Sort of.
Graduate.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
Basically, Mrs. Robinson was like an older woman that he seduced him when he was 15.
Yeah.
And she, like, I mean...
Is that actually her name or is that just...
No,
that's
they
just
just...
what they call her.
Mm-hmm. Her name's Elena, but that's all we know in the first book.
So, basically...
And she hates her guts.
Yes.
And is very jealous.
Yes, she's extremely jealous of this woman. And she, like, sort of, like, blames her for, like, fucking Christian up. And I was like, it was pretty...
Fucked up to begin with, yeah.
That, so...
But at the same time, I was just thinking, like, at the end, I'm like, wait, she got mad at her because he came to see her. Like, he was mad before, but then changed his attitude. I'm like, and she realized, oh, it must have been Mrs. Robinson that did it. I'm like, she's basically helping you out, so why are you getting mad?
I don't know.
It made no sense. I was just like, you're just getting mad for no damn reason.
No sense. Time for my beer.
Yeah, Anna's back and forthness of, like, every single subject was just super annoying.
She's like, oh, I think I can do this. Oh my god, I feel horrible, he hit me. Oh, I think I can do this. Oh.
Yeah, she had a position she had to get into in the red room. There's like a... He hit her, but she liked it.
Really?
And then she would get, like, she would get all wet and ready, and, like...
Personally, I can understand bondage and domination, but not so much the sadism and masochism.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Bondage.
Yeah.
I mean, like whatever you're into, go for it. Really, like. It doesn't involve me. You can do whatever you want.
Well, sadism, but
So you didn't... Some person who...
sadism. What the hell's that?
It's the person who does
you
the...
enjoy, you get pleasure from inflicting pain.
on
Yes.
other people.
And then masochism is you get pleasure from being in pain, which is kind of odd.
Yeah.
Wait,
Very
so
true.
you don't know what S&M stands for?
Rihanna, man. You know Rihanna.
Yeah.
Sex in the air.
Sex in the air.
Sex in the
Smells so good or
air.
whatever,
I love the smell of it.
Whips and chains
Yeah.
excite me.
Mm-hmm. Very, very good. But yeah, she's so back and forth. She gets all wet and ready for him, like when he's hitting her and all this stuff. And then afterwards, she's like, I don't know. I
I
didn't.
feel so dirty.
Yeah, I feel dirty. I don't like it. I don't know if I can handle all this pain and all this crap. And it's just like it goes back and forth. The contract. Should I sign it? Should I not? You want to talk about the ending?
Oh, yeah. I liked the ending because they didn't end up together, and Anna was like, I don't like being hit.
So
Out of all that crap.
So what do you think? She basically was like calling it off. She called
So
it
after
off.
all of that, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ended because she realizes that it's too much pain.
Yeah.
Out of
It
all
was
that.
interesting. It wasn't the fact that she wanted more with him, and he wasn't able to give her that because he was like, no, I'm going to try.
She said
It was
the L word.
It was the pain.
It was the pain, but
Yeah.
more importantly, she said the L word, and that freaked the shit out of him.
What,
And
love?
and he ran.
He was like, you can't love me. I'm terrible for you. You can't love me.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Okay, you can go." And there was like, okay, and there was only like 2 scenes of BDSM that whole entire book.
Yeah.
There was only 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Everything else was vanilla.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, he did tie her up with the tie,
Oh yeah.
but like that's bondage. It's not the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hangs just the right way. I'm just like, why are we describing this?
Above my hips, but they're at my hips, yeah.
Yeah, but she found it so sexy the way it hangs.
I don't know what he is doing, but he's smoking something. Turning into like space. It's awesome.
It's a nebula.
Einstein's so great.
He's creating stars when he smokes. That's pretty awesome. Anyway, we're getting off topic.
Okay. So for the
we
last
discussed everything there. I mean, like, what the hell?
okay, so they're making a movie of this. I'm guessing you didn't know that, or did you?
Well, you guys said it earlier.
Okay, well, they're making a movie. Who do you think should play, out of what you've heard, who do you think should play Anna
want porn
and Gray?
stars.
You want porn stars.
Yes.
Who's like the most famous porn star?
I don't know any.
I don't know.
Let me think about who should play Anna. Probably Kristen Stewart, because
Funny, the thing is, the writer.
No one
So
wants
she
to see
can
her
just sit
having
there.
sex, though.
Yeah, I would never want to see her.
No, but it's not that. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. It's that she could be a stupid, unresponsive, like, emotionless idiot better than like anyone else I can think of.
But the author of the book said she thinks that if Kristen Stewart played the role, it'll be weird. So she doesn't want Kristen Stewart to play the role.
I feel like it should be some nobody.
I think it should be a nobody. No, because no one. I think anyone who is known should not take this role.
They wouldn't unless they were.
No,
crazy.
there's actually 2 people who are known who want to play this role.
Who?
If do you know Vampire Diaries?
No.
Have you seen Lost?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know
The guy who dies.
the guy who had a sister? He had a sister.
Shannon.
Yeah, Shannon, the brother wants to play Christian.
I could see that actually.
I can see that, but I don't want it to happen.
I don't remember Lost. So.
No.
Lost was so great.
It was terrible.
Let's talk
actually.
about Lost.
The end, last episode.
Oh, I stopped watching after like the 4th
You
season.
put it how many usually? You didn't see the last
no,
episode.
I didn't even see the last like 10 episodes of the show. Yeah.
We can talk about
But it
Lost
was a
in
good
another
show.
video.
It got a little-
Terrible show.
After the 4th season, I stopped watching.
Somebody told me, I was talking to some girl about that, and she said that like the last episode and the first episode are the same thing, just backwards.
Oh.
She said that was cool, and I was like,
Alright, well,
Yeah, true.
I'm like, I mean, yeah, it's the beginning and an end, so it's like, just whatever. Okay.
Who would you like to play?
Who would I like to?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. We want to know. Our gentle viewers want to know.
I don't
Who do you
know.
think?
Who's like,
I can tell you who they're looking at.
who has a lot of like sex scenes that's like a celebrity?
You can watch anything that's on HBO.
let's see.
Who should play Gray and Steele? Anna Steele. So, you got porn star. You said porn stars. You said, what did you say?
Kristen Stewart.
Kristen Stewart. You said a bunch of a bunch of nobodies. But I can tell you who they are trying to think of. Do you know Alexis Bledel?
No.
Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know what that is.
I feel like there'd be a lot of people that get like outraged about that because like I feel like there's people that like the Gilmore Girls and then they're just
He's right.
casting her in this terrible thing.
I don't think she would ever do it though. They're thinking Lucy Hale,
Talking about people I know.
Pretty Little Liars.
Oh really? They're just going through all the chick flick series. Like, my God,
They
more creative.
well,
Honestly,
it turns out Lucy Hale wants to do it.
really, that's
Yeah.
hilarious. That's hilarious. Like, who wants this? Like, how bad is your career?
That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know.
No, but this is like big. Like even if it's fucking
Yeah.
stupid, like it's big.
But it can ruin your
So
career.
it's not necessarily bad for your
But
career.
it's not necessarily bad, but it can
I want
ruin
to be
it.
known as the girl that literally was just like made a porno, a Hollywood blockbuster. Like,
But somehow it's like socially acceptable porn. You know?
Well, that's the thing. It's
'Cause it's a
like
book.
mommy porn.
Mommy porn.
That's what they're calling it. It's
Oh, okay. I can see that.
Because like
All the moms are
women-
the women are buying it.
Read it and it's like it's basically porn, but it's like
acceptable for
it's
them.
not.
Because it's a book.
It's
It's not like-
Exactly. We have like
And
I
it's,
guess
like, popular.
men have their videos and women have their books. Except, see, here's the thing though. You would never know that we're reading it.
Yeah, like I had it on the train.
Yeah, you would never
You also
know.
read it on the Kindle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had no idea, but like, I know like the only reason I like even know about this is because like friends that I have that are girls would like talk about how like girls would like in high school would like carry it around like. With, like
Are you serious?
Yeah. Like there was this one girl, she was like a complete whore, but like she was like carrying it around.
It's probably her Bible, that's why.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's like, I don't really know where I was going with that, but.
I don't know. Well, you know what?
Oh, you gotta drink that.
No, it's fine.
Everything is all right with your
But I don't know. I think
What?
Like, I remember when I had my first baby.
That's so funny.
this is a very interesting book if you want to pick it up and read it.
I don't recommend that you do.
Two others.
Throw that out there right now.
Oh yeah, what would you rate it?
Copies has been sold.
This is a lot.
This-
I would say over. It was number one on New York's best.
I give this half a star.
Yes.
Did I give the last book 2 stars?
You gave the last books 2.5, I think, 2 or 2.5.
Yeah, you were like in between 2 and 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is like half a star.
You give this half a
I
star?
give this
Really?
half
You
a
give it
star.
that much?
I give it.
A quarter of a star?
I mean, I
Like
didn't
an
read it,
eighth
so
of
I
a
don't
star?
know. I mean, there's a lot
Like,
of
how do we-
fractions out
There's a
there.
lot of people.
There's a lot of
For me, I would give it a 2 actually.
Really?
I don't like. Okay, here's how.
That's your opinion. That's fine.
This is how I think about it. I think. Does she have a lot to learn as for writing wise to not
hell
repeat
yes.
things? Yes, of course she does. But does she have like potential? Have I read worse in my life? Yes, I have.
Honestly, though.
Really? Well, next video. Let's talk about the worst.
Honestly, though,
No, this is the worst erotic book I ever read, so that's number one.
This-
Let's see.
is besides the book that Brenda wrote. This is
Did
This-
you hear about this?
Yeah, I did.
the worst book. Besides those.
That was the worst one.
I love how you
Oh,
put.
Brian, you have no idea.
We should talk about this in our next video.
I could not finish that book. I just tried and I couldn't.
She was telling me at the bar what it was about. I was just like, I could not stop laughing.
It was so terrible.
It was really, really bad.
Like I don't have nightmares about it, but it's just
I will probably have nightmares about this book. Oh,
Find it.
what do you
I'm
think?
Sure it's around here
You
somewhere.
guys definitely-
She has an orgasm in her sleep.
What?
Yes.
How do you know?
Is that
said
stimulated
that.
by someone?
How do you know if you have an orgasm?
Oh, you could feel it afterwards. I've actually had one, and it's really, really weird. I've only had it once.
feel it
I don't know. I woke up and I'm like, what the hell? It was the weirdest
Is this
experience.
like stimulated by someone?
No, you just sleep and it's like brain. It's like it's a brain thing. I don't know.
So
You
it's like you dream.
You-
in your dream.
you
you're
dream.
having sex.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's
but
what
alright.
that just doesn't make sense to me because there's actually no stimulation at all.
No, and it's the weirdest thing ever. I've only had it once, and I was like, what the hell is happening? I woke up, I'm like, oh my god, this has never happened to me in my life before. It was the weirdest thing. I'm probably not gonna put this on YouTube. It was the weirdest thing ever.
I had to edit though.
But they're all like censored.